Everybody shut up! And action!
Anime has done it once again, just like how in Bubble they reimagined the story of the Little Mermaid to create that movie Bubble, which was a really interesting watch. They've done it once again with a movie called Belle, and as you might suspect, this one is based off the story of Beauty and the Beast. So Belle was actually released in 2021, meaning it was before Bubble came out, and this is a more modernized take on the story of Beauty and the Beast, with the story essentially being about a high school girl entering a virtual world and becoming an instant hit popular singer in this world, where this virtual world is also low-key like Instagram or Twitter or something, where it's keeping track of your followers and posts and whatnot. For some reason it's a little confusing in that aspect, but it's a virtual world. She's an instant hit singer, and suddenly a beast appears who's terrorizing this virtual world, and people want his identity unveiled in the harshest of manners. They want to take him and burn him at the stake for being a menace in this virtual world that is separate from the real world, where you can literally create your own new life, start a brand new life, be whatever you want to be. That is how it's advertised, but everyone's hating him, everyone wants to unveil his identity, and Belle is the only one who feels the pain that this beast is feeling, trying to understand and being a friendly, helping hand towards him. And this is all stemming from the pain that she has in her own heart, from her own childhood, and she senses similar pain in him. And this is just a really, really nice sort of love story, but not exactly a love story per se. It's a more like love story when you take the word love in reference to being a friendly, reaching out hand type of person, and not like a love as in like a lover type of situation. It's kind of just taking love, but like in the non-traditional sort of sense, and it's a really interesting movie, to be honest. And yeah, that is essentially the story of this movie. It sounds pretty plain, and the way things are introduced one after another, it feels like, wait, how did this suddenly develop? Oh, this feels rather sudden rather than a slow development. So that's not particularly something to hate about. It's just different from what I've seen recently. So like, it was a kind of new, interesting sort of take, and it was really interesting to see how the story develops, how all these characters develop, especially with Belle's character, whose name in the real world is Suzu. It's really interesting to watch how this character, who is suffering from the passing of her mother and her heroics of trying to save another child from drowning and sacrificing her own life in the process, and then everyone kind of questioning why her mother would save a total stranger and lose her chance to spend a life with her daughter. And then this is basically a realization story of her daughter trying to understand why her mother did what she did. And it's a really beautiful tale, though at the same time with all this going on, there's a lot of confusion into a lot of the aspects of the virtual world, a lot of the aspects of the beast, why people hate him, a lot of sudden power-hungry people appearing as a justice in this virtual world. There are a lot of aspects of this that feel really confusing and questionable on why they're even a part of the movie, but overall the movie is still very enjoyable, and you see a ton of beautiful animation. Like, at the beginning, it's not like some One Piece, Demon Slayer type animation, which might make you question why does it feel like a really old animation style. But honestly, the animation was really beautiful, even if it wasn't like some Demon Slayer animation type thing. I think it was really perfect for the type of story that was being told, and it was just really beautiful in general. And then the soundtracks, of course, these movies are reimaginations of those stories, and if you compare it to the Disney movies, the soundtracks in this movies are just absolutely gorgeous. It's basically ear candy for your ears. It is absolutely beautiful. The soundtracks are something to listen to over and over again. I am in love with the current soundtrack. The movie is 2 hours long, and it's really slow paced, but that honestly gives you a lot of time to develop Belle's character, understand the beast, understand Belle, understand Suzu. Like, if you wanted to separate Belle and Suzu, even though they're the same person, one's from the virtual world, one's from the real world, they both have separate sort of personality traits, but like slowly intervene into one personality trait of Suzu, and realizing who she is, and understanding her mother's actions and whatnot. And then you see the friends along the way she meets, understands the popular kids in relation to her in relation to the school, even though she's been pushing everyone away, even her own father. There's honestly a lot that confuses you, but honestly, in the overall sense, seeing everything come together at the end, and having her realize everything about herself, and finally accepting the aspect of her mother's death after understanding the reason of her actions. Everything surrounding this is really interesting watch. I found this movie quite enjoyable. Alright, this movie's a bop. I give it a 75%, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.